Here's a video to show you guys how I dome my caps. I know back in the live stream, Ralph was asking about it, so I thought I'd make a video and show you guys the dapping blocks, is what the slang term is. But this one here, it says doming block. This one you can get, I believe this is a Harbor Freight doming, and they have the numbers and millimeters in this set. But you'll use this one more for the 3/4 size, the 7/8, and I believe the 1-inch. Nope, 2 sizes, but it's a set. I'll show you what numbers I use here in a minute. But this is, of course, the bigger set, or the bigger ones. They get pretty big, and this is a millimeter size set here. And this is a brass hammer I got off of Amazon, and if you can read this, don't buy it. Number one, the handle is offset from being perpendicular with the striking head. That's what you get, but that's what I use so I don't beat up the ends of it. But basically what I do is you grab your block. They got dimples, half circles in there, and corresponds with whatever. But this one fits into there, but you don't start there. You start with the bigger one. And then you grab your die, your tool. I think they call it a die. Whichever one that fits in there. I think it's too big. Yep. This will be my third one of this size I've domed. But you start there. I'm going to move you away from the camera so I don't smack the damn camera. But basically you get your cap level first. And you try to get that centered in there. And you take your hammer, give it a whack, and you see a dimple just starting to form. And I got that pretty good in the middle there, so I'm going to keep it right there. Gently get that in there. Now I'm seeing I'm going off to the one side there, so I'm going to turn it. I'm going to move it a little bit towards this side. Give it a good one. Alright, now I'm back in the middle. So you let that rest in there. Basically, you get it down to where you're bottoming out on this particular die. I'm getting close. There. Alright. So now we're starting to get a dome. Now, we're going to flip it over to this one. And now we're going to start bending it more. Seems like I'm a little shy there. I'm going to hit it twice there. Basically, it's just pounding. If you had a press, that'd be a heck of a lot better. Hydraulic. Especially if you miss your hand, or miss the tool and hit your hand. It ain't good. We're getting somewhere. But this is going to be your hardest cap to do, since it's so big. It's thick too. We're getting there. Sometimes too, if I'm off, like it's sitting this way. Let's see here. Yeah, you see it needs more here. So you put that in there. Then you grab a smaller die like this, and you actually push it a little bit that way. I have to do this technique on some of the smaller ones because the die head itself won't make the curve perfect. So I'm kind of tapping this out a little bit to make up for it pushing to one side. Okay. Now I should be able to put him back in there. There we go. Still a little shy right there, but if I was gonna sell this, I would definitely pound that out better. But you see the point on that one. Whew. Okay. But the smaller ones, they're a lot easier. This is a technically a 3/4 inch cap if you're going to a plumbing store, but it's 7/8 on the OD 3/4 ID. So we're gonna go ahead and set it in the smaller die that came with that one. Almost. And this will be a number 22, which is 21.8 millimeter. I don't know what the hell that is, but 21.8. So we'll go with, let me move over here a little bit. So make sure your cap is level. This one's got a little wiggle, but not much. Hit it once. Check the centering. Not too bad. These are a lot easier there. The easiest ones is 3/4. The easiest ones for me is the 1 inch. It fits great in, I believe, 28 millimeter die. And you just hit it 3 or 4 times. It's the perfect, perfect round over. Or it might even be the 1.25 inch. But I think it's the 1 inch. But that's it. Basically just pounding your cap. And like I said, there's also, this one's leaning a little bit, but there's smaller dies that you can go in and push these walls out a little bit. Then you put it back in there, then put your bigger die back in, and it flattens it back out. But that's how you do it. But these aren't too bad, to buy. Not pricey at all. And then when I, of course, fill the caps. And to do that, I just have a plug-in smelter, crucible, whatever. It is 120 volt, 500 watt, C. Palmer, West Newton, Pennsylvania. It's a USA. Believe it or not, they make it in USA. And then this is the lead. These are little 1 pound ingots. And then this is the antimony, which is a hardener that I add to it. And I've been adjusting it, working with it, and got it down. I actually add more and more each time, but I don't want it too hard. It'll it'll act different than the soft steel. You don't want it harder than the copper, but that's that. And then when I go to pour the cap, which this actually works very well. It's a pain in the butt though to get the smallest thing filled in. It's hit and miss on those. But this is I don't know what you want to call it, a hot plate that you plug in. Says West Bend, but I don't know, it's just an old plug-in hot plate. I put it up on high, whatever that is. It says 400, 450 here. But then I just set my caps. This is one of the trays I have, and you can set your caps in there, get them nice and level, and that way they're heated. And then when you put your flux, which I use, paste flux, after you scratch up the walls, put the paste flux on there, and always have a depth mark on there to try to keep them all consistent, and basically pour it in there. Then I let that cool off. Sometimes I'll take the tray out, and then this is a little level that I'll use to, you gotta level each one, but I kind of got it where the holes, they nestle pretty level by themselves, when they set in there. But here's another one that I use when I'm doing a bunch more. It'll sit on top and rest on there, and just put the caps wherever the holes go. Even the big one will sit on there, and it helps. It seems to help without the lead slipping. I've had one the other day that when I was getting ready to do the boppers, the lead come loose. I was like, damn, I might have missed it on flux paste or something, I don't know, but I always tap them before I glue them up. But once it's epoxied and stuff in there and the handle gets close to it, it's not going anywhere. But that's the setup. I thought I'd share that with you, especially with you, Ralph Schneider. You were asking about it. And I don't know, it's fun for me to make the tools, especially for myself if I'm doing something, no matter what it is. I always try to make it myself. And but you guys, hit me up. Maybe you want me just to dome some caps for you or something, and whatever. Hell, I'll do that for you if you want to make your own boppers, because this is kind of the hard part. Or even fill it, even cap filled, then let you do the rest or whatever. But this is kind of a hard part, and takes things to do it. So yeah, if you guys want any of your caps domed, let me know. But there you are, and see y'all later.